Hi guys and welcome. We're just being passed by a Navy and Army steerman formation that are practicing for an event here at Falcon Field in Mesa, Arizona. And we're in the camera car heading in to that event. We need to turn right here by the lights and then right again by the steakhouse. Okay, just keeping my eye on the road. The event is an open day, family open day, which mirrors events that happen here at Falcon Field. The local businesses and people who operate from Falcon Field put together an open family day, and they hold it at the heliponent hangar on the main runway, which is where we're headed. It's the one with the green stripe on there, and we're going to have a look at that event and the aircraft involved. We can see some flags there. I think I saw a Twotone Murphy and a Thunderflys flag, and that's because this was set up by Jepson, this scenery, as an addition to his wonderful Falcon Field scenery, as an add-on, as an event space. And there was a Thunderflys event here, and I'll post the link to that video. But today this is me flying and showing some aircraft and putting together a bit of an open day display. You see the steermen are finishing the circuit, the guys that were passing us on the way in, and perhaps they're going round again. But they're practicing for a flight with the T-45, which should be interesting. I've spotted this balcony as a good place to shoot some video, and we'll get straight on with the display. First up is the H135 Eurocopter helicopter, and we've got 4 of those in formation, and they're being followed by a Bell 47, which I'm using as a video platform to get close up to the action, and also the balcony cam there as well. So the Bell is just tailing the aircraft. There's an overhead shot, and it's in VR. I've shot it in VR just because it's interesting to look at, and you can follow the action from the cockpit by just looking at it rather than trying to follow it with a controller. There's a distant shot, and they're turning in towards the display area, and they're going to do a low pass. So we'll see if that wakes the crowd up a little bit. Yeah, it seems to have done the trick. And we'll see what that looks like from the Bell as it travels over. And then they're heading over the hangar area, which is huge, and all part of Jepson's scenery, past the water tower, and they're going to try a formation landing where they came from, in the corner of the field there, and we'll watch them descend and land. It's a bit of a struggle for the VR guy. He's trying to get some shots out the window as he lands the aircraft. There he comes down now. Nicely done, guys. I think the crowd appreciate that as well. I was a bit concerned using a European helicopter at a place that makes American ones, especially with a US Navy livery attached, but I think I got away with it. We've just switched over to a shot from Luke Air Force Base because we've been promised 3 F15s, which are training over at Luke Air Force Base, as a flyby for our event. So we'll keep an eye on their progress, and hopefully they'll be with us soon. In the meantime, we're going to have a look at the Army and Navy Steerman flight alongside the Goshawk, the T-45, the advanced trainer, Navy trainer. So we've got 3 Navy planes, the first 3 planes coming out. This is the Navy trainer from the 1940s, in 3 different liveries there. And then at the back there we've got 2 US Army trainers, which would all have been at this field in the 1940s, training the pilots of that generation in the days of the Second World War. So we're on the runway and we've got the T-45s with us. The Army and Navy flight are going to take off first. They're going to do their tight circuit that they were practicing, and the T-45 Goshawks are going to do a much wider circuit and try and synchronise so they pass the Stearman flight over the runway. We see the Stearman flight over the runway there as they take off from the balcony, we can see. And if we can get the timing right with this cunning plan, the T-45 should pass the Stearmans in front of the crowd. So we've got the T-45s taking off here now. And obviously there's a massive speed difference between the Stearman and the T-45. As we see the takeoff of the Goshawk there. And they're already catching up the Stearman, they're passing them there. But if they get a bit of altitude and take a much wider circuit, hopefully this plan will come together. So we're looking out towards the final turn in here for the pass. We can see that the Stearman are already on that heading, and the T-45s are making a banking turn, and hopefully will join up with the Stearmans as they pass the crowd. Brilliant. Well done. I like it when a plan comes together. So we've got the one of the spare Stearmans in the flight, and we're going to park up on the ramp in the display position. We can see in the background there that the rest of the flight are still completing their circuit, but we're bringing the spare plane up so that the spectators can have a close look at the vintage plane involved in that flight. And hopefully throughout the afternoon we'll add the other aircraft that are on display here, so that the spectators can get a close-up look. And here come the rest of the Stearman flight coming in to land. Three Navy ones at the front there, and followed up by the two Army liveries at the back. Now I had a great idea. I thought I'd put the headset on and I'll move down to the runway and get some coverage of the Stearmans. And what I forgot was that after the Stearmans land in the group flight, a T-45 comes in, and it frightened the life out of me. But I've left it in the video because it's a good example of being able to follow the action. I just turned around and followed the landing of the T-45 then. I'm at a bit of a safer distance now and not in VR. So that's two Goshawks down and parking adjacent to the display area. The third Goshawk is going to pull up alongside the vintage Stearman on the ramp at the display area, and we can see the two different eras of trainers. Obviously the T-45 is an advanced trainer, the Stearman was a basic trainer. The Stearman is from the 1940s, and the T-45 Goshawk is current, so a bit of history in those two aircraft. Now if we go to the tower, which is really well modelled by Jepson 2001, brilliant. I mean, what does it say on that screen? It's actually got content on the screen. I think it's a weather forecast, yeah. I want to nick that screen, and if we can get a little nav map up, we should be able to see the progress of the F15s, which we can. And we should be able to hear them by now, yeah. So they're coming in across the runway, and they'll come in from our left-hand side, and they're pretty close now. So if we look out that left window, we should see them coming across. Brilliant. And thankfully that's not the only shot of the F-15. We did get some external pictures and here they come in from across the desert at quite a speed. The crowd will hear them in a minute. Hopefully one of them will come back and land and join the display later on. And in the meantime, we'll move on to the finale, which is the MB339. This is the same aircraft that the Thunderflys fly, but this is not the Thunderflys. I just want to make that clear. This is me attempting a formation. These guys are in the Italian Air Force display livery, and they're going to make a circuit and a pass, and off they go there in formation. But please check out the Thunderflys if you want to see some real precision and accuracy, and I'll post a link in the description to any videos I've got of them. And here's the break coming up. And that sort of completes the display here at Falcon Field, and we did manage to get all the planes lined up, and we've got a mixture there. We've got the helicopters that started us off, the European helicopter with the US livery. We've got the vintage Stearman that flew alongside the T-45 Goshawk. We've got two of the flight of MB339s in the Italian livery, and we've also got one of the F15s, and you can see from that how big those planes are, the relativities of it. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to have a look at, but I'll leave you with this final shot. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Bye.